Howdy and welcome. This is James with the Red Ink Black Coffee podcast for Wednesday, May 28th. 28th, I believe. I don't know. The days are mixing together. Today's kind of crazy. I was planning on doing a live stream or something for the podcast this week, just to keep it easy for me. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is James. I'm a graphic designer available to print and promote your business. But in the meantime, we gather here and talk about life, specifically mine, along with maybe some regrets and some stuff we can learn from. But I was saying, I'm feeling a little bit quieted, you could say. It's been a very, very busy 2-3 weeks. The next 6 months are probably going to be really hectic from what I can see, but I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time. That's my homework for now. But I've been doing a lot all day, and I was coming home to do even more. But there is a wicked storm system going around the Austin area, so the power's out. Luckily, I got my dinner first. And there's not really anything I can do right now except record the podcast. I'm sad I missed last week. I was talking about it on stream. I did record last week, but one way or another, I think the batteries died on this recorder, or some hiccup happened and the recordings were lost. And I felt so bad because I was trying really hard to keep my routine up, and I did record it. I did sit down and record for an hour. But was not to be. But that's fine, because last week was kind of a filler week. This week is Memorial Week, short week for work. But now it's just been so busy. I'm really on the entrepreneur train. I've had my stuff set up for a while because I always like to have it in the background just in case. And it's kind of like a little portfolio, a little bit of a toolbox that's kind of ready to go should I need it. And I've been needing it lately, and I've been using it lately, and that feels really good. I had a goal. Let this show you how inactive I've been. My goal was $5,000 in a year as a business revenue thing. I'm already halfway there. So I'm on pace, but that's just such a small goal for a business. But now I'm just I'm ready to dig deep and actually go hard on it. I realized I had a little bit of a awakening, but I think I have allowed myself to become passive because of my boss, and that actually kind of sucks. That really sucks. And it's there. When I say that, I mean I feel really engaged with print and coming through for people and serving people. And there was always ways where, because my boss didn't answer me on certain things, I had put together a marketing kit and we just needed to package it and send it out, even if it was dropped off by hand or something. He didn't ever sign off on how we were going to wrap that up. And so we had all these samples and printed materials that just rotted. And it's stuff like that kind of just made me realize that I shouldn't try hard because he's not going to do it. We don't even have the name of the business on the front. People come in and they're like, "Is this the place?" And we're like, yeah. It's like a speakeasy. You don't know it's there. It's only the cool people know. No, it's just bad marketing from an old man who's kind of done with it. Which is I don't blame him for that. I really don't. He's been there a very long time, but it's just I realize how that's affected me because I have been trying hard lately. So it's good and bad, the events that are going on. If you didn't know, my current employment is in jeopardy, you could say. My boss is looking to sell or to quit. And it's kind of this, I don't want to say it because I don't personally feel this way, but people have their own judgments about it. He's just kind of exiting and leaving us with the consequences. I I don't know. People have everyone in my life kind of has an opinion about his practices. My opinion has always been the agreement was he pays me and I work, and that's been fulfilled. So I don't really know what to make of it beyond that. All I know is that I'm ready to do some work and to kick some ass and to get things done. I am so ready to just like go door to door and tell people that, hey, I'm here, I'm printing, these are my goals. If you want to work together on something, let me know. And all of this is happening while I'm moving. I'm relocating. I was relocating to be closer to work, but also like everybody I love is kind of out that way. And it's just like, of course he would quit as I am doing this big life move, life change. So I'm not trying to make it bigger than it is in my head. It is a move. Luckily we got approved last week. I was just like back and forth, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this if this doesn't work out? I didn't think it wouldn't work out, but you want to be prepared. And now all of that has passed. We got approved. Now we actually have to pack up and move everything. So that's going to be my focus for the next 2 weeks, maybe. We have longer than that, but I don't want to draw it out. Kind of sucks because we have a lease here for like an extra month, but that's just how the lease is added up. I would just rather be where I want to be at this point. It's going to be so good because I've got gym right there. Everyone I love is right there. I can work from right there. It's going to take some doing, but I really, really, really want to commit to just printing for people and getting stuff done and just being known as like the print guy who's like really buff. I'm okay with this label rather. Ugh. So we're just taking it one day at a time. My friends are being very helpful and sending me little things here and there. People trying me out. The hardest part of this has been I'm still working at my job, and it's like, how do you there's a conflict of interest there. I don't ever bring up my freelance at work. Like, I don't advertise to anybody in the city where my work is. I usually keep all of that to Austin, and that's been fine for like the past 7 years. It hasn't really been an issue because I wasn't really doing much. But now lately I'm trying to do much, and it's just like I feel so useless at work because I don't want to be that guy that's just like, oh yeah, I can do that for you. You can pay me while I'm being like I'm on the clock. That's not okay. So, but at the same time, I'm just sitting there like, I can't help you when I can. And it's the most useless feeling in the world. And that's really what I'm getting at that I don't like here lately. Like, how are you going to have me come into work, but I can't place orders? We're thinning down on orders so that the sell or the closing is easier. There's not anything in the air as far as outstanding deliveries and stuff. But it's just like, I feel so useless. I had somebody come in today and they were looking for name badges, and we have done their name badges for years and stuff, and I was just like, yep, can't do it. And I just kind of had to prepare an order for her to take somewhere else, and it's like, I could fill it myself, but can't do it. So I just need to get through this next few weeks, this period where I can't do what I want to do fully. Instead, I need to focus on this move and getting that move done. And then once I'm established, I can just blast off and go as hard as I want. Because if it doesn't sell, I still have a job. But if it does sell, no. If it doesn't sell, it closes. So I will be out of a job. And then I can go as hard as I want, is what I'm trying to get to. And then if it does sell, then I still have a job. Everything's okay. And I just need to be more engaged with the new people and really just like have my way with it. Sitting around and letting people tell me what to do when I'm not trying to be egotistical here. I love to listen to other people's ideas and work with people, but the problem is that nobody here is working towards a bigger goal. So I'm not working with anybody and I have no bigger goals, and I just need to do it. And if they don't want to do it, I need to leave. And I mean that in the least egotistical way. It's not like my way or the highway. It's that we don't have any goals. We need to do something And if you aren't interested in doing something, then this isn't a room I want to be in. Yeah, so that's going on. Oh, I got some family stuff going on. Of course, there's always family stuff. So my world is kind of being tossed around right now. Not in an unpleasant way. I'm still happy. I'm still getting through each day. I'm not too bothered emotionally, but it's just like there's a lot going on. I'm in the middle of the hurricane and just looking around like, whoa, wow. But I'll get through it. I have been leaning a bit more on religion lately, but I don't think I have anything super notable about that. It's helping me through. But yeah, I'm so ready to get my office done. I have a new office, or I have an office in the new apartment, and I'm just ready to like get set up there, order a few printers, and just like go let it rip. I don't know. I really feel. I know I'm committed to this. Like I've been doing this for 10 years now, and interested in it since high school. So it's like, pull the trigger, mother. I'm also excited to be so close to my local card shop. I stopped playing Magic the Gathering and Pokemon because I don't have time to do it and drive home. It takes too long. But now my local game shop's gonna be like 5 minutes away, and it's gonna be great. Trying not to spend money, obviously. I owned a card shop, if you didn't know, and every time I see a new release or like cards singles, I see inventory. I don't really see something I want. I just see something that I can move and sell and stuff. So I'm kind of over collecting, but I still enjoy playing. So I'm ready to get back into that. I play a Olivia Voldaren commander deck, and it is, I wouldn't say it's like competitive or nasty. It is rude. It's like red black control. It's really oppressive in a 1v1, but typically we'll play 4 players, and I can bully. Every now and then I'll get a win, but against 4 players it's not as good as it is versus 1v1. Still very enjoyable. I am a big vampire fan. Big surprise. But Magic has a lot of really good art for vampires, and a lot of nice little niche mechanics. They cover pretty much everything that you would want in a creature-based deck. And then there's some outliers that are just neat. Just real neat. And other than buying stuff, I've got to sell some stuff. I've been on the Facebook Marketplace trying to get rid of stuff. Namely, cowboy hat. I had this cowboy hat that I bought. Paid $80 at least, and I just outgrew it or something. And it was real tight, and I just listed it for $20. Some girl picked it up the other day. My covered in cat hair hat. But I do want to buy another one. But we'll see how that goes. I need to get rid of a lot of clothes. We're gonna donate a bunch of stuff, clothes and books. But it seems like every few months I'm still outgrowing clothes. I wear an extra large shirt, and I'm just about to outgrow it. I need to get a tailor here pretty soon, so I can actually get back into button-ups and stuff and look nice. I look like some garbage college student or something. Because I kept growing, I bought really cheap shirts and just a few pairs of jeans, and that's just my suit everywhere. That's just my fit every day. I wear the same thing every day. I'm that guy. And it's all black. It's not even anything interesting. I feel like I minimize my life a lot. And I was thinking that it was towards a goal or like just temporary and stuff, but it's just like it keeps going on, and I'm just ready to be done. That was another thing. Man, I've been around people speaking problems, and I'm over that. My boss has told me that he hates being in the office. Like, it kills his soul to be there. And it's just like, okay, well, you're fun to be around. But that explains why he doesn't want to grow. But it's just like, if you're gonna suffer and be here, you're making me suffer. being next to you. Today he was like going to give himself an aneurysm or have a conniption or something. We have thin walls, and he likes to like listen through the walls. And he told us to stop taking orders because he wants to thin down the orders. And somebody was calling, and he's been having trouble with his credit cards lately. We use some of his credit cards to process certain orders because a vendor might need payment up front. But he's really been just breaking those down for some reason. Just him trying to do online stuff lately and being paranoid that his information's on the dark web or something. He's just like, if we use his cards to resupply or something, or get something from a customer, he just like calls it fraud, and then his card gets locked up and they have to reprint it, and then we're stuck for a week. So that's happening, and he heard a customer call in. They said they needed a print, and I was like, I don't think we can do that because the cards are locked up. And he just like had a fit because he still had one credit card that was still good. I was like, all right, I don't keep track of your wallet, dude. And you told us to stop placing orders, so I just leaned on the side of we can't do it. It's so weird. He's raising prices, and he wants us to place certain orders, but not all orders. He's not communicating very well. And it comes at a really weird time where he's about to close. So it's like, why are you trying to be so particular at the end of the road? You had years to do this beforehand. But I think he's having a lot of trouble with it mentally. Not mentally, but himself personally. Because he's been here a long time, and he's just trying to figure it out, and I don't blame him for that, but it's just being around him right now is just causing me pain. I don't want to be around somebody who, one, speaks problems, but two, doesn't do anything about it. But it's not just him with that habit. I went home to see my family, and there's the power. We got power back on, and the power's back off. That was a good 10 seconds of joy. I was saying that I went to go see my family, and they were having a rough weekend, which is fine. People have disagreements and stuff, but it really was pointless. There was no reason they had to have that argument. And then because I should just say it's my mom. Of course, it's my mom. Y'all probably know moms have judgments over pretty much anything in your life, but she was going on about the issues this weekend, and then she went on to me and just like laid into me for all this stuff, and it's just like, I am honestly so over it. Like, you're speaking from fear, and you're speaking from your fear. Why are you trying to put that on me? And then it's like, nothing you're saying is good, like building me up or anything. Just get it away from me. I'm tired of being around people like that. I want to actually do something and have a purpose. I don't want to sit here and talk about what people are doing or how things are so bad, and just get it away from me. Oh, power's back on. Maybe we'll get more than 10 minutes. But yeah, it's little stuff like that. I'm really just like, I'm under pressure right now, but I'm trying to keep that level head, and it's just like I'm looking at things differently because I have like a purpose, I have a goal, and I'm just seeing all the ways that people are in my way. And I love these people. I really do love these people, but I hate their behaviors, and that's okay. I don't have to fix them, but I do need to get what I need done. But yeah, other than that, I haven't been reading any books. I've been going to the gym fairly regularly. I'm really ready to just be like up at 4 a.m. and running at this new place, because the gym is right there. There's lots of room to run. Moving is going to be a pain, but whatever. And then I can just have my whole little world right there, as long as I can pay the rent. Besides that, I've been trying to get Grandmaster again in Marvel Rivals, but that's not going well. Nothing noteworthy there. We should be starting Obijama. There's a Ghibli style D&D expansion that recently released. We're going to be playing that soon. I am playing a Night Courier. That sounded really cool, actually. There's some kind of like line of knights that or order of knights that delivers parcels. And I don't know why, but that just sounded really cool to me. That sounded like the guy I want to be in my fantasy universe, the mailman. So I'll need to be studying up on that, but it's just like, where do you find time for this stuff? And I'm just hoping that like freeing up my drive time will give me so much time for this stuff, but it's just like, that's only 1 hour maybe. Is it really going to make that big a difference? But it's just like mentally it'll make all the difference, I think. When you have a short drive, life's good. I think. I want to be like so close to work that I can walk, because I honestly wouldn't mind walking to work or jogging to work or getting a little e-bike or something. I would be that guy. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to keep this one short, I think, just so I can get a little bit more work done, because I'm ready to be that guy, Mr. Printer Fitness Man. I do still want to hear your regret stories. That email is redink@redandblackdesign.com in the description. God, is there anything I regretted? Let me try and find a short one. I already talked about how I felt like I was being neutralized by my boss. That it's not so obvious a regret that I feel bad about it. It's just like, what could have... I don't even want to say what could have been doing, because it's no good to think like that. It's just like you see how somebody's affected you. I have that hindsight now. Namely because he's actually just restricting me at this point. And I don't like it. There's no reason I need to stop this other than he's ready to dip out. Which is fine. I can do it for 2 weeks. But I am ready to do my own thing as well and get stuff done. Soon, in due time. Keep me posted. Keep me in your thoughts. If you need print and promotion, my business model is basically just a guy at a desk available for Zoom calls or streams or emails or whatever you want. I try to make it as easy as I can for people. And that's really like my selling point. It's just like, it's so easy. You just text me and you get business cards? What? Even then, like this guy, I've been trying to reach this man for some Carplinets forms, and he's just like not answering his phone. It's like, all right, well, you called me, dude. I don't know. Things are good. Things are looking up. I am hopeful. I am blessed. I am grateful. And I'm just ready for the next thing, I guess. Anyways, I will see y'all next week. Maybe on a stream, actually. I'll be streaming more this week. But y'all take care. Thanks for listening. Have a good one.